had a way to play the Arlecchino Weber when she came out for a long time. That's also because I had the original thing open. Make sure to mute it. Alright. I'm gonna continue ignoring Mizuki. The gardener. The gardener who's gardening in Dragonspine.
Let's just finish the job and leave. There's no need to waste time.
She doesn't like the snow. She doesn't like the snow. No wonder you don't like the snow. You're wearing outrageous clothing for normal weather, unless you're going to a beach.
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Hyman's hands are turning to ice.
I'm gonna climb in my hood. That's
Sure?
cute.
Is it warm in there?
Should take the air off. Wait, I can't read that fast, Genshin. I don't know why they love taking the text away so quickly. We've arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. You two, stay on guard. That was kind of goofy. Why is she looking like that?
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we are kin would be categorically correct. But according to incorrect. But according to Genshin rules, you would be considered siblings.
Would you have the same mommy?
Yes.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not so much as a matter of preference, rather as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof. But then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. Perhaps I am the most unique among humans, in that I'm only one of my kind. But soon there will be other just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. Do you see this as an act of creation? Well, understood in the broadest sense. This project deals with both past and future. The stand.
Dragonspine is a stand.
Durin is a stand. Actually, Durin could be a stand. Think about it.
Everything can be a stand.
Yeah, but he fits into like the look of a stand. Like we haven't seen any dragon stands so far, but we are like it's
Just leaving
definitely
Albedo
possible.
to keep sucking that vitality. Why?
Because that's the sound I imagine it's gonna make. Like, Albedo just has a mouth on his hand like Sukuna and is like, past and future and stands to profoundly impact.
Oh no!
Oh no! Many lives that primarily. There's gonna be so many JoJo references now. There's a lot of JoJo references in Genshin. I'm pretty sure that we just didn't realize before because we hadn't watched JoJo's. Getting sidetracked. That primarily is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Minidurin become who he wants to be is secondary con- consideration, though still meaningful. Though still a meaningful one. You're helping him transition, basically. Is that what this is?
Yes.
By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in my view, to cultivate life, which the world cannot generate. What?
Endogenous.
What even is that word?
Endogenous is like it's
You
kind
don't
of
know
a
either.
science word. It means like it can't like
There's like a red hue on the characters, and Alveda's eyes look like bloodshot because of it.
yeah. Maybe they are.
To cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. And that's not necessarily true. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to do so. The alchemical enterprise is concerned of deciphering and commanding all life forms,
All forms of knowledge.
all forms of knowledge, and that is the path that I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects MONDSTADT, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Favonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Look at his little smile. Also, it looks like he doesn't have a nose.
He doesn't.
Look at her little smile. Nerd. Nerds. Finish. Yeah, that's kind of uncomfortable. You know what this
Looks
reminds
like
me
a
of?
golden energy has encased the dragon's heart.
Maiden Abyss.
Except that was a butt.
Not necessarily a bat, it could have been a mouse too. The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much wording, Almeida. Instead, I just remove the core. The rest will lose its vitality completely. This time, Duran's body should be.
Funny to have a good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to the fake Hertha? And what about the people who fell under Durin's influence?
Who's Hertha again?
The girl who slandered the reputations of MONDSTADT.
The only Hertha I know is from Hankastaril. I'm not remembering the NPC. The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on Sitnazeri. Is that how you say that? Sitnazeri.
Citizen.
And creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with this heart, I'll be able to complete alchemical array, and deal with the issues in one go. I wish Albedo of all characters was voiced because he speaks in the most
It's a
complicated
nice
manner.
day, but I can't seem to shake this strange feeling. Let's just hope it's my imagination.
What does that mean? That's so ominous. I've never heard that voice line from her before. And I use her quite frequently. I'm assuming it's something about the Artaki gang. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for accompanying me. It's morning, Albedo.
Pleasure! We sure learned a lot.
MONDSTADT is a lively place. During the Windbloom Festival, you should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourself.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom Star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure I will find out on the day of. Wait until 2 days later.
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin. Let's go check it out.
Move, Demi.
It's the only time I've seen you not kill those birds.
I don't kill the birds. I never kill the birds.
You kill them every single
No,
time.
I don't. You gotta lie. I love how the ticking is still going on.
You love taking them.
What? I forgot the plaza was all the way up here and I could have just used the teleport. Too late now.
Bring it.
Still too far away.
Here. I don't like you.
It's evil. I don't like it. What?
You need to go on the shusher.
The
The
shushing.
shusher.
Okay, you're the shushing.
I'm gonna look in the achievements because the achievements love hiding references. As you know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that tried to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution. Me! This someone may not look Excuse me, Jane. I look plenty strong.
From what angle?
Every angle.
You look like a helpless little child.
I'm talking about Louise.
It's not Louis.
And then who the hell is it? Who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs have always. So Wendy? Oh, Jean, why the hell are you giving an award to Wendy? He likes to stay out of these things. I think he's made that clear. I guess he wouldn't mind a reward. Give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Wendy the Bard.
Wow! Amazing! Betty! Huh? No way! You're really gonna pick me?
That's ironic.
Yeah.
Why not? You're the perfect person. She knows what she's doing.
Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern?
I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's MONDSTADT. If you like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech. Don't encourage him to go drunk while giving a speech, Jean. He's gonna look like a politician.
He is a politician.
He's not a politician. Do not compare.
In that case, instead of a speech, how about a song? Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away. Gather round and lend me your ears.
The nighttime sky with the statue kind of looks like like
The stars are
coming out
of
of,
his hands.
yeah, from this angle. Cutscene! I'm really glad we waited till his voice for this. I hope he actually sings the song. Albedo being ominous.
Batman.
The wrong Batman. I hereby can't read. These.
Power.
The music is giving me Tekken vibes. No, I'm not reading that.
Because of my mother refining fire for defending.
I love how everyone's just completely silent with this. But I'm assuming there's supposed to be sound effects for all of this. Like Crystal laughing and Mona grunting. Or moaning. I don't read it. His words are too complicated to register.
Oh, you know.
This is way more intense than I thought it would be.
But you started to be less intense. Turning Buren's heart into...
I didn't think this was the cutscene where it was gonna happen. I wish other people were with me. Why does he not voice for that? I've seen that cutscene so many times. It's so sad. Not the entire cutscene, just like that part of the cutscene.
Albedo, how did everything go?
Very smoothly. Also, are we gonna see him again? Like, does he have an in-game model now? Very smoothly. I'd say we achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Durin looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. You mean he doesn't have clothes, Albedo? I don't know what size he is. I feel like he's very short. Like,
I feel like he should have been a chibi model.
I feel like he's like Huda level short. Huda is this one, this female video
Yes.
model.
And I feel like he should have been a chibi model.
He should have been a chibi model. Maybe he was a chibi model and we couldn't see it. I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it.
She?
My mother, granddaughter. A long time ago, she sent me to MONDSTADT with the instruction to complete the task of a monumental importance. To find the truth of the world. Wow. What an amazing task. Is that Mika? Yeah. Mika. Why are you hanging out with those two? That's
What do you
like
mean they're colleagues?
they're not really. No, not really. He's like a baby. He's like 14 in my eyes, and these two are like
And how old is Amber to you?
Amber's like 19, and
You think a 19 and a 14-year-old wouldn't hang out?
I feel like Amber would be nice, but it feels like he's third wheeling on their date so hard.
Probably.
And like he's like mom said I can go on you with your date.
Pretty much.
And Amber's too nice to say no. My eyes just I didn't read the thing, and my eyes got drawn to the world get a life.
Basically.
I was like, Alfredo, why are you being so mean to me?
He's talking about himself.
I had a theory what she meant and in time I was able to why does he speak like this? Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. That might be easy for most people, but someone like no, it's not. It's Albedo. You have too much faith in humans. Stop squeezing my feet.
Get a life.
Yeah, you unemployed. It meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find going out of myself and
I had to find out about myself in the world around me. Get to know me and get to know other people.
life is a space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to
Inhabit.
inhabit that space. So for an artificial human, finding a life in some sense is an equivalent of finding the truth to
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves.
Can you give me the charger?
The treasure.
There is the charger or something.
You listen?
Yeah. Can you plug it in?
Can't.
Why not?
Because there's nowhere to plug it in. The lights plugged in.
Is there any extension we can use?
How much is it? Why?
Being alive is just. Can you get it?
You're fat.
There is not one there. Mom took that out, remember? I don't know where she put it.
You took it down.
I did not take it down. She got another one, remember? And then she took it out. I didn't take the other one down. Someone else put the other one down. Some people.
Yes, you're fat.
What are you? Should I read it? Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming a human is only the beginning. What follows? What? Why am I struggling to read so much?
Because you're fat.
What follows is the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days and as something out of a nightmare, but for me, it's part of my family. Average dysfunctional family. Albedo being too relatable. I fear I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will come to an end just like me. He will have to step into the world and face not necessarily also new artistic character.
Not necessarily.
If he is
I feel like Duran's more ADHD than anything.
he could be artistic and have ADHD, which that's a very common thing.
Not very.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Paimon, look at who you're next to. Well, I suppose we get it from her mother. She's highly unusual. Again, very relatable, Alberta. There are all kind of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others around the farm. In my family, I suppose we tend to flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. What? What does this have to do with gardening? We've only mentioned gardening twice, and that is in the quest name, and this now. Oh, when I've never seen you garden, Almeida. What the?
He grows flowers all the time. Lives.
Oh, his skill. I don't register his skill as a flower. His skill doesn't look like a flower to me. Okay. As long as you feel like you gained something from the experience. The master never showed her face, but if the Hexen Circle knows what I've done, then that means she knows as well and gave her approval. Since the devouring, how do you say that? Tiberius, it would seem she has finally found Monica of peace. And if so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, I doubt that.
Devouring Nefarious? What's Nefarious?
Thank you for asking that question. It's the name for the ruler of life.
What?
Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this: Nibirius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Nibirius are now one. What? In any case, thank you so much for helping me during this ordeal and choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course. That's what friends are for.
Paimon took the words right out of my mouth. Literally, I have no voice. Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master T.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report.
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this
I
Remote
imagine
Festival turned out to be
Traveler.
a special one. It feels like we
You
really
know
made
how-
a difference.
You know how Mama does that thing where she's like sniff sniff whenever like scooch scooch when she's doing an action. I imagine Traveler does that like nod nod wave wave like
Hand on chest.
Oh, I almost forgot. If the Wimbledon star has already been chosen, what is
Probably
this
like
year's Wimbledon gonna be?
Cecilia.
Wanna take a guess? Betty, you're back. Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Windbloom, now could I? What do you think of the Cecilia?
I knew it.
The true feelings of the prodigal son. A sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze. Perfect for the season. Traveler, give me your hand.
Are you
The
proposing
mages
that?
are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well.
A ring?
The Hexen Circle wants you to have
A
this.
kiss?
It contains something entirely one of a kind, a secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you. So no need to open it right away.
What in the world?
Wow! A gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secrets, huh? According to the sender,
Why
you're
did he
probably
move
the
back
only
like
person
that?
who could make use of something
It's so
like this.
weird.
So
I love how,
suppose it belongs with you.
like, have you noticed how the newer models are more, like, better animated? Like, they have more animation. I thought they would apply that to, like, at least, like, the animations that weren't previously in the game, like, the moving from side to side and stuff. That stuff would be on the older models as well, but apparently not. He's just, like, badly animated as well. Alright, thanks.
Well, all I did was deliver it. Although I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal. I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
Chuck an apple at his head, please.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you?
How about we chuck an apple at his head?
Really? Oh, I'll hold you to that, you know. No going back on your word. Of course, Dad. Let's go to the tavern right now. Music to my ears. Oh, I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something.
So stupid.
When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell.
That does not sound like his singing voice. It sounds like he's just like. I don't know what it sounds like, but it doesn't sound like his singing voice.
You don't sound like a singing voice.
I saw. Okay.
Cruel is said fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he saw wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. This wistfulness waned and faded into night as he stepped from the darkness and into the light.
Not gonna go to the tavern?
Not date with Wendy. I wonder if the characters are still around and we can talk to them and stuff. That would be nice. Stop covering the web.
So the best mod should also be over.
Not necessarily.
Primo!
And this
Wishes!
space and time for you.
It's been a while since you've seen that happen.
Yep. Claim these first. That just didn't sound like Wendy singing. Like he has a specific way that he sings, and that was not it. What are these guys talking about now?
How's it lagging?
No, you're still on about the captain. Reasonable. Continue speaking of the captain. Continue speaking
Ad
of
Astra.
the man.
Thank you for completing today's Ad Astra.
I'm really stacking up on these name cards today. Mail.
We should,
I don't have any premiums on it.
Google to have an achievement.
Yeah, but that doesn't even come out. The self-reset some more. I hate how long it takes to reset. Like, okay, reset.
You also have story quests to do.
Alright, we can do it all. We can do it all. There's still plenty of time for script story quests.
1 week.
8 days.
Yeah. Knowing you, you'll still probably do it at the last day.
Not me. Both of us need to be ready. All I can think about is you. I'm glad you're back to normal, Donna.
No, I'm not.
What do you mean you're not?
Not normal.
Wait. The not normal one was the one who had a crush on the Gaia.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Yeah, that's
Gosh.
not.
All I can think about is Diluc.
Her voice sounds sick. Anyway, where's the next? There's 2 quests here, I think. Oh. Alright. Collective equipment. Alright, is this the
Third longest.
Dane?
Finally, Dane.
Dane!
You want to change the thumbnail or
I'll have to stop the stream. Should I?
It's up to you.
How long has this been going on?
40 minutes.
We'll do it later. Probably won't be able to finish in this stream. And
That's
some. I mean, we are in the collective of plenty, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh, Tulani and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here. Oh, hey, Kochi-san.
Why not? I'm a traveler.
Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for
What's the
any
new
diet
voice?
plan or bodybuilding class right now. Alright, got it. But
Annoying.
seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do. That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count. Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run. Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too? I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at the last minute does next to nothing for you. But more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes, and there's no real competition in my own weight class. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you. Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, alright? Otherwise, Ian-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition. Perfect. managed to get you on board with just one look.
That's a good animation.
Alright.
Love.
It's the same one that they usually use, is it not?
I don't know.
Alright, I'll do it for you, Paimon. Alright, good. She will help you out.
Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area. That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done.
Sure thing. Just leave it to us. We're experts at strolling and patrolling. Don't you worry.
I cannot unhear the Pinkie Pie, and I like Pinkie Pie too much to.
So split hair with Paimon.
Yes. Pinkie Pie isn't dumb.
Now wait a minute.
What?
She isn't smart either.
No, Pinkie Pie is actually really smart. Like, she's the smarter character. Smarter than Rainbow Dash or Apple Dash.
What's this?
But to be honest, neither of them are smart either.
We should go take a look.
Like
Yeah,
there.
thinking, yeah.
Seems like
They're dumb.
Yeah.
Like, Pinkie Pie is smart. She's supposed to be that character who
there's a
looks dumb.
villager here.
But
Is
is,
it sleeping? Doesn't look very hostile.
what do you mean it doesn't look very hostile?
Why
Just
is it hiding away here? Ah! You woke it up!
Why does the hair look
Huh?
like
It ran away!
rice?
Guess our reputation in Netland is more fearsome than we thought. Even hippochurls don't want to mess with us now.
Rice. A hair that
You
looks
mean
like
that
rice.
shiny thing?
Rice.
Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hippochurl thought it was a priceless treasure. It was probably planning to hide it here for safekeeping. Until we showed up. Let Paimon take a look. Hippochurls aren't the brightest, so they might not be worth much, but still.
You want to talk, Paimon? This is how I imagine she sounds right now.
What is it? You look so serious all of a sudden.
Yes, that's a
Isn't
very
this just a
serious word.
regular old key? Huh. The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Netlanese.
What do you mean?
Where do you think it's from?
It looks perfectly Netlanese. The key to the hibernation chamber on the spaceship.
What do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship? Oh, wait. You mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Tibet? So,
That's
how
the
did that
one.
key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it?
No, I still have my. What in the world is going on? When was it mentioned that Trailer had a spaceship? I thought they just flew around there.
yeah, like they
Like,
were shooting stars.
Is that supposed to be like a spaceship? Or do we always come in a spaceship? Is it the Astral Express? What the hell? I knew this was gonna happen because I watched the live stream and they kind of teased it. But it doesn't make any sense like this. I don't think this was ever mentioned before unless it was mentioned in like a web event, a book, or a timed event.
Whoa! Yeah! These look identical! So, if one of them's yours,
We've been together 5 years. You
Otherwise-
never told Paimon that you had the key? Still? There is only two of these. One belongs to me and the other belongs to my brother.
knew it! Huh! The keys to a spaceship! Huh! Somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien. Wait, no.
I'm fine with alien, Paimon.
But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, how did it get here? The simplest explanation is that your brother lost his key somewhere not far from here, then that pillager found it and ducked into the nearest cave to hide it. If that's true, it means your brother was here recently.
The disorder was here from.
Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Ensemble patrol on a whim. And now we've made this
weren't looking for him.
Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the outside?
Just tell her that we have something important to do and...
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the extra mile today. Thanks for being so diligent.
No, actually, we were investigating something completely different.
Oh, hey, Ian-san. What's up? Didn't think we'd see you again till we headed back to the settlement. We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We made a huge discovery today.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been canceled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties. They'll be here to take over shortly.
Wait, canceled? Why? What happened?
Why is she so angry all of a sudden?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Huh?
I didn't expect our suspicions to be confirmed so quickly. Sounds like Aether is on the move again. I'll find some way to speak with him in person. I have to.
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take organized action on such a large scale. It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire nation.
Well, I'm sorry.
It is the nation of war.
One little sect versus the entire nation of war? How are they expecting to pull that off? Based on everything we've seen from them
My
so far,
I know what
usually
she's
prefer to
thinking.
act in the shadows. So, what's different about it this time?
You know what
What
she's
could they be
thinking?
after?
And this is what's going on in her. My brother is a goddamn dumbass.
Yes.
And we're like, my brother is a dumbass.
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe, but that doesn't tell us much. Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see what Malika knows. If there's any information out there, she's the one people report to. Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case. Great, then let's head over to...
Space and time for you. There's a very hot NPC that's gonna show up. I wanna know what is her deal. He was shown in the live stream.
Are you from the collective of plenty?
Why? Because I'm gonna give you plenty of collective slaps.
You could try. Where are you going? Do you not know your way around?
No, I don't. I love how I bumped into those two guys. Oh, oh,
That's what she said.
oh, oh, oh. Ah.
What are you doing?
I'm making God simulated noises.
Okay.
Before I had Genshin, I had God Simulator.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
You never played it.
I watched you play it.
Oh.
Deranged.
Great timing, Yan-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
How are things looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us. What are they trying to achieve?
Do you have your phone open?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Oh, it's not on. No, never mind.
That's what I'd like to know as well. Historically, Natlan has not been a hotbed of Abyss Order activity, and we have no particular quarrel with them.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for our recent victory over the Abyss? Seems unlikely. But then again, Paimon wouldn't put anything past the Abyss or...
It's too early to say anything definite. For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time. Our brave warriors have just emerged victorious from an all-out fight against the Abyss itself.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans fighting for us.
Also, the whole nation of maimed people, but okay.
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces, for starters.
Can you remove the pillow from under me?
However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties.
Can you put the blanket on my legs?
Yeah.
The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. If you wish to stay out of it, you'll be safe here at the stadium with me.
Stop!
Gonna
What?
lean it back.
Oh? In what way?
Yep, that's how it is.
I see. My goodness, that is very personal indeed. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what his goal could be?
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment.
We're just not on speaking terms. Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
that's not best terms.
We're not even not speaking. I just like he is just avoiding
Ever
for no
since Kama
reason.
met the Traveler, she's been trying to track her brother down and get some answers. But he's been avoiding her. I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
Not really. He's just being very mysterious.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world. Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right? Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried you were about to be thrust into an impossible position. Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind. If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other tribes.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away. And don't worry, you're still Natlan's hero. I'm not gonna blame you for something your sibling has done.
Hasn't necessarily done anything yet.
Still, if we manage to find your brother, you wouldn't mind
Not
if I
yet.
gave him a good
Not
punch
yet.
to teach him a lesson, would
No, he
you?
already has.
My brother's a fucking idiot.
Also, that's a very uncomfortable looking chair, if I'm being honest.
And don't worry, you're still.
Yeah, my bed hurts sitting on the bed. I can't imagine sitting on that chair.
Unless you're like BRM level, you probably, yeah, the chief of the masters of the
No, it's made of concrete.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying you wouldn't even be able to like rest your back.
No, you can just like go and like have your legs like this.
Yeah, that's not pleasant either.
That's better than not being able to lay your
Yeah,
back. But
why would
the
you make a seat like that? And such an important one, to be honest.
I don't think that's like her main chair. Her main chair is probably at the stadium. And the leg is so bad that Shalonan just kept running.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch my brother. Not the in-game one.
She's punching my silently.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us? How are things looking? Nawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Siglali out of the house.
Dire? No, I wouldn't go that far. It's mostly just irritating. I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something? The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. Couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
Hey, she said your brother has poor taste.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. If I were him, would have changed the name a long time
Wait,
ago.
what? Are you saying her brother is a member of the Abyss Order?
Leader,
I only said that
actually.
because I was mad. But maybe I went too far. Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've
That's
got some
mean.
enemies incoming. Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest of that conversation was gonna go.
I love her
You
smirk
can
so
still
much.
read your mind, bro.
I love her smirk. I've never seen a character have that smirk before.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Siglali. Anyway, let's get up!
We
What
can
are you
still
gonna do?
lick them to death. This is...
Stick with me!
Arlecchino getting trapped in one of this thing.
You could still get trapped by an abyss bubble.
Yeah, but it would never happen.
This is taking me way too long. Unless she's doing anything more. Thank you.
Phew. Much better. That's more like it.
Oh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already.
I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really needed reinforcements. If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order. They picked the wrong target this time.
I love how Lumina's acting like a normal sibling right now. Like my brother has horrible this.
I mean, they're not
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking from, we should find their stronghold.
Yeah, but like making jokes like that, you'd make it with your sibling.
Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base? They won't know what hit them.
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
The warriors from the Masters of the Nightwind are here! The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together. Well, morale's high and everyone's here.
Can you really not deal with a few quotes on your own?
Get to work!
everlasting mission. Also, considering the moon isn't everlasting, I mean already destroyed, and like, you know what I mean? It's not very everlasting.
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it.
Who are you?
Silence!
This is hydro
This
business.
order's resistance
The
is faltering.
Pyroman.
Now's our chance.
Oh my god, let me change my goddamn character.
Get to work. Warriors, attack! After them! All right. I want to go home.
Me too, bro.
Taylor, the boss here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Nightwind.
Resist the abyss will pay the price!
I wonder what happened to the people. Oh my god, the people who selected that people. Why are you using supply resource?
They run away.
Suffer the wrath of Eastling!
I don't know.
Everlasting as the moon. Pitiful.
Oh my god.
All right.
Not that right now.
That is inevitable. You're using electron water.
Settle down!
There's an Electra of this thing.
Yeah, so you don't want to be changing to characters that they're just about to die.
I had no choice. She was the only one who could. Stop! What was that? I was not in the water.
Yeah, no, you got hit by the attack.
When the tide comes in, I shall return.
Alright, I'm gonna try everything that way.
Fulfill our past.
One goddamn abyss mate. You should not.
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone. Huh. The Abyss Orders all bark and no bite. To be honest,
Still have
this
my
was
characters.
anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least. And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of... Well, whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory feast. With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet. Maybe it's just me, but an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. The fighting gets more and more intense right till the bitter end. But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that... Well, I don't know, but it seemed like they sensed something.
Me.
Huh? Not sure I follow. They did a tactical retreat, that's all. It's just a different strategy. I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation. They don't do things in half measures. It seems out of character to cut their losses and run like that.
This thing keeps falling. I don't know why it's stuck over here.
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
I feel like
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So let's stay alert and keep our defenses at the ready.
So we're no wiser than to the Abyss Order's objective. Back to square one. If only I could get Aether to talk to me, I could get answers for all of us. I'm heading back to the Collective of Plenty. That key is our only lead so far.
Paimon had a hunch you might say that. But you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious.
Dane!
Maybe you can finally
Where
get some
are
answers.
you, Dane?
Wait, you're leaving?
Dane!
But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast. Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things.
Dane! Dane! The Abyss Order's here. Come on.
sure you're doing gas.
Those manly man in Genshin, what are you talking about? He is literally the most man, like I'm not joking about that. He is savior. Dane!
Interesting delivery.
Bring it!
Dane! Dane!
Damn, you're down bad.
What do you mean? I'm just asking for help.
We're back where we started. That Hillacher will probably found the key near. Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. The Ansan and St. Lolly are
Why are they
waiting
waiting for us? What are they waiting for?
Oh, we've scoured the entire area. It's
I
still
feel like
nothing.
they've only walked
the
around the
heck did the
cave
key
and
end up
then
in that
not looked
villager's
around the
hands?
actual area.
Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your brother's pocket as he passed by?
They
Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way. But then again, who knows? Sometimes in life, things just go missing and that's that.
It's the sexy
Oh, thank
NPC.
goodness. Someone's here. Please help me.
Hi.
Who are you? What happened?
Would you like to join my harem? I'll take that as a yes.
No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
Yeah, where are they?
We're
The
not.
music.
We're completely serious. We don't see any monsters.
But how? Oh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
What's wrong with that girl? She must be seeing things. Oh no! It looks like something really hit her. Maybe she was right. Quick, let's see if she's okay.
You're a bit fabulous, bro.
What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
That's an interesting
The
position.
monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous.
We're holding hands.
Huh? Oh, now you finally see them. Well, it's about time. I nearly kicked the bucket just now. Great! Thank you, Savior.
Savior?
I mean, that's not the weird thing. What's your DPS? They're dead.
Stand with me.
Stay.
I hate this world so much.
Lightning, terrified!
It's gonna take forever.
Bring it. Let the mountains rain oil.
Oh, that's not imaginary. It's just good.
Our bond is strong. Letting brave names echo.
Oh my god, I swear if they reset right now.
This way.
Bring it.
Better back.
Out of my way.
The girl called me Savior.
You done? Paimon still can't see anything, so you just looked like you were slicing in thin air. Kind of funny, actually. Oh, really?
Sure.
Onion eyes.
It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No need for you to check.
She's bloody. She's bloody. Okay, so you're gonna be part of my hair now, so there's no need to be so shy.
I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy, that's all.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure?
Someone get out of here! She's ruining our moment.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdre. Thanks for
Deirdre?
saving me just now.
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With her around, you'll be safe from any monsters. As long as they're visible. So, what was the deal with those monsters just now, anyway?
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters?
That would have made us more monsters than the monsters. I would never do something so horrendous.
Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it. But more importantly, did the monsters hurt you? How bad is it?
It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my ankle back there. I won't be doing any more
I
running
can
for a
carry
while.
you on my back.
Good idea. I'll take you.
Thank you so much. Despite
Get
getting
closer
injured,
together,
I
you
still
two.
feel much safer with you around. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters.
Yeah, you already took a big enough risk coming out here all on your own.
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore.
I feel like when everyone saw her in the live stream, everyone had the same reaction.
Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the savior is going to be easy.
That's the second time you called the traveler a savior. What's all that about?
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so uncanny. Anyway, let me start from the beginning. There was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us. The day of disaster is almost upon us, so my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late.
Doomsday?
I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind, so when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw her. Well, the traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior, and she's already got a ton of titles, so she won't mind one extra.
Actually, I don't think it's her.
What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
Everything except the gender. The savior was described as a young man.
I can be a man.
Oh, for
Your
goodness
man.
sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Really?
Paimon, I don't think that is what you mean. Your face. I love her expression so much. My savior.
Oh, of
Dang.
course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be him.
Who is it? You have a brother? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's him. It has to be. Oh, thank goodness.
Excuse me. Remember whose harem you joined.
Please, can you take me to see him?
Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find him.
But isn't he your brother?
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
We didn't have a
Okay,
fallout
fair
banner.
enough. But since you're looking for him anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together.
Have you always believed that this doomsday will come? Have you always believed that the savior will come?
Yes, everyone says that the disaster is inevitable.
I said, Elmo. Burning elbow.
That the Savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the Savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched.
She spoke with such conviction. I don't think she's lying. Maybe it's another lie spread by the disorder. Yeah.
See? She broke eye contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience.
Paimon.
Time to listen for answers.
Paimon! Paimon, you're such an idiot. Get out of here.
What's wrong, Deirdre? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through your mind?
Oh, I just... how should I put it? The Traveler looks just like the Savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the Savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
Well, let me tell you, you've lasted much longer than some people I know.
What do you
Really?
mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
She can't use her legs anymore.
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Let's just leave it
Use
there for
your
now.
wrist, Traveler. Use it.
Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to move again. If you manage to find the Savior in the meantime, please come and let me know. Thank you.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own? Do you have enough to eat?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry, I'm sure I'll find something around here. Don't worry about that.
All right then. Well, take care.
With
Being on your
hundreds
own
of
isn't
dishes
easy.
in your inventory, just give her one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What a
Dan!
mysterious girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her.
Dan!
But hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your brother when she's healed. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help.
Dan, stop sending me more side chicks.
Somebody's side chick.
I bet she did. Alright, yes, some sort of connection there. The Savior.
Oh, you're back. How did it go? Find anything?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
So I take it that the war's still on?
No progress.
That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us, and since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either. In a word, it's a stalemate. The gods have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Oh, but you're a great hero too, young son.
Technically, this is my sibling's fault, so
Great. Thanks, you two.
classic sibling behavior. Blaming your brother.
I mean, he is literally doing it. So.
Don't worry. I'm sure they'll show up soon.
He's just like you.
Wow! Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it, though.
Yeah, sorry, I don't recall.
That's to be expected. You took point, and I was much further back in the ranks.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work.
TNT
Haven't
abs.
heard a peep from the enemy. Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something. Out
My
of an
brother's
abundance
an
of caution,
atheist.
I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just
If
put
you
it down
see
to
an
religious
enemy in an
ceremony
active
and
war
left it.
They're
situation, you
literally-
don't wait for them to attack.
They're literally atheists. It's kind of like their whole thing.
They
Interesting.
worship the abyss.
Well, the more time
They
they spend
worship themselves,
meditating,
you
the
mean?
less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
This comes from Kanye. The Kenyans are atheists.
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want. Besides,
Okay,
as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no
A
match
lot
for
of
us.
prejudice.
Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, traveler.
Huh? Is that too mighty? What brings you here? Is this like a meet and greet?
Just what in the world?
I wasn't. I'm so nervous.
He's acting like he was.
Pitching his head
Yes.
and
Hey,
muscles.
come on!
No,
You
not
marched to
joking.
war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a traveler, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war, but a one-on-one chat with our great hero would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
She's so smug about it.
How can I not be
She
nervous?
knows.
What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face? One bad impression can stick for life.
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax!
All right then. I'm
She's
sorry, great
let
hero,
out the
but I have a
largest,
small favor to
fattest
ask.
fart in the entire world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so where were we?
What Paimon gets? An autograph, right? That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? Paimon's starting to think your nervousness is all just an act.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol, so please, Great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind.
For the
taking
love of
over
God, do
for
not
me
call
for
her
just a
great.
few minutes.
Again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
Paimon, can she not be audacious?
I don't think now's a good time to practice fighting. No, like
War! Let's fight our own thing. Are we gonna actually fight, or is this gonna be you can't see? Well,
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us. I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini for the rest of
that
my
was
life.
not a spite. I
It's
just
really my
punched
lucky
you.
day.
Paimon can't keep up with you. Your tone has changed all over again. Now you gotta spar with the traveler.
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
Okay. Well, To each their own. But Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
Not at all.
Oh, you're not
We haven't
a
spotted
warrior.
any new enemy movements.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either. Let's do another lap.
Give
Get back to
Paimon's
Yansan.
Diluc. Give
Seems
Paimon.
disappointed that there's nothing going on.
Yes. Give Paimon Diluc's sword. Let's see what she's gonna do with that. Like, throw it on her head. I think she'd be entirely crushed. Either then or she would actually pick it up and use it perfectly fine.
You're back. So, did the guards find anything? Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentaro.
Traveler?
What did he do?
You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but regardless.
No, it makes perfect sense.
What I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
Yeah, that's right. Does that mean anything to you, Sigwali?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom. It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
Oh, so even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Yansan, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natlan for good.
Finally, someone to
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk to the chiefs. Oh? Sure, what is it? Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form? It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the...
All right, we get it. Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just get the short answer?
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge? Anyway, the short answer is... there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
Hey, I'm not that old.
Care to elaborate on what happened? This all sounds rather mysterious.
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? That sounds a little contrived.
Someone's jealous.
Clearly.
That's the part that bothers you? Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact.
whether that be hand-holding or otherwise. But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior. That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth. Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just hard not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Jealousy.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior. At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces.
They should
Maybe
be
you could
more
check on
than
her if you're not
you
there.
did what?
Just be careful.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
She's gonna be gone.
She's gonna be dang.
Please be done. You say. Make me feel that I can give you everything, and I will make you feel.
Realize no.
Here we are. Dear it will still be. So quiet though. Uh-oh. What if Yansa was right? Maybe she never intended to stay.
She's gonna
Traveler,
whack
watch
us.
out!
Nice dodge.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monster. Oh, did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
Straight. You clearly aren't thinking straight.
Phew. That was scary. I thought we'd walk into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Oh, that's weirdly precise. Well, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler was so
Or
weak.
she's just a normal person.
If you really thought you were going to starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero. She already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I
see how
don't want to
it
come
is.
across as a constant burden.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know? Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now, too. Go on, then. You can join us for dinner.
Paimon, are you jealous of this? What is this? And he's just
Whew.
a dumbass.
I am so full. Thanks for saving me again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
You can really pack it away, dude. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton.
Just so
I didn't
rude.
even realize how
Look,
late
they're
it is.
sitting closer together now.
Hey, the night sky here is really
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally out. The air seems fresher, and the stars more beautiful than ever before.
You weren't in there that long.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars. And often, my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky actually real?
Wait, why does she think like that? Does she know about the false
But my
sky?
grandma would tell me the answer to that question doesn't really matter. Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath the sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Paimon kinda gets you, but also not really. Is it kind of like how journeying with a traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
I really treasured my world for a really long time. The village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
Yeah, go you!
So, I finally ventured out and set off on my journey to find the Savior.
The
I'm
Savior.
going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars. Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child. Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
Yeah, one day. If only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I can think of doing. So I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? It's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma.
The more we chat, the more I'm convinced that she's not a bad person. And it doesn't sound like she's been brainwashed by the Abyss Order. Maybe we can't afford to trust her.
Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
Can you see them now?
Paimon still can't see anything. Please, be careful.
Bow your head.
Our bond is strong. All right. Let the mountain's veins boil!
Yeah, but I can't heal her right now. Are there more?
Our bond is strong.
Wow, that was fast. I'm slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air. You doing all right, Deirdre? Deirdre? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances.
I was just... the image of the traveler fighting to protect me. I was trying to commit it to memory. Seems like the least I can do.
Alright. Whatever floats your boat.
Anyway, there
Our
are no
boat's
more
definitely
monsters in the
floating.
area, and it's getting late. Why
It
don't
is.
you stay here tonight?
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you think, traveler?
Personally, I'm personally satisfied that their death isn't a threat, but right now, it can't hurt to monitor her for another night.
Alright. Deirdre will be... Huh? Deirdre?
As you stare at the hibernation chamber key,
Traveler and his vivid dreams.
his
Yes, his.
Gay Vegas. Is this the Night Kingdom?
This is.
Oh, yank that braid. Interact. Aether and the Lord of the Night. My head, it hurts. My headache, it's gone. I think I hear a voice in the dark.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
The dream I just had.
Interesting.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Was she holding my hand?
You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare. I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares, but it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. I'm so sorry.
Lesbians.
Oh, is that right? Huh. You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the traveler.
No, she's trying to pull a fast one
I
already.
have more self-control than that.
Self-control? What does that have to do with it?
I still can't remember anything. What did I just see in my dream?
Of course, Traveler forgets his name.
I think I saw Aether in the Night Kingdom at the very start of the dream, but I can't remember what happened next. Never mind, if the memory is gone, I can't force myself to remember it. I'm going back to sleep. We can catch up in the morning.
No way is Paimon getting back to sleep. You go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
Oh, do I really seem that shady to you?
Paimon, you're ruining the mood. It's ruining the
Well,
mood.
there should be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste. You can tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all of this for me. 3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue on my journey to find the savior.
Game, where the frick
Alright,
frack
then
are
we'll
you?
be off. Bye for now, dear.
Then,
See you. Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
That's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're
Question them, you
running
idiots.
away?
Where? What are you talking about?
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs! You don't see them? They're heading right this way!
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters. Yeah, you're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all. So this is what it's like.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Deirdre? Or the monsters themselves? Well, might as well mow these ones down, just so they can't pose a threat to the tribes. Woohoo! All done!
Why
Their
wouldn't you
morale seems
question
super
them?
low. Guess they really were on the run, huh?
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
believe me, I'm as baffled as you are. Plot thickens. Turns out there are monsters which I can see, but there can't.
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away?
I love how
Maybe
they
something
just
went down
switched
on
to
the
the
front
2D
line.
music.
Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the others. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind right away. We gotta go. Bye for now, Deirdre.
See ya, and please take care.
There you go.
Then where is this man? I really thought he'd be here by now. And I thought he'd be here at the beginning of the Not
Hey,
Land
Eon-san,
Quest.
we're back. We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
The front line has collapsed.
Huh? But how?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start.
Yep.
But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls. They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was desperate. I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. And assuming they're a neutral party, We'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly, they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile.
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person. Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up. Dainsworth.
Finally. There he is. Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Eon-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsworth. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as your...
No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Eon-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy.
Isn't it?
It's quite all right. Wezo Janssen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance. Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now.
Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Eon-san. Hey, Dane. Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend.
Anson, yes. I will remember that name, but I will not invest any more emotion than is necessary when dealing with the citizens of the Seven. It is a matter of principle for me. Fine, since you helped break the stalemate, we'll let you off the hook.
Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical. In a war with the Natlanis, the odds are firmly stacked against them. And they surely cannot be unaware of this. Their goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so too. But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
I've been on this case for some time. Even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Yet still, I am none the more wiser. I can only assume they have gone to great lengths to keep their operations secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces on attacking Natlan, so whatever they stand to gain must hold an enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
Since we lack actionable intelligence, for now, we might as well continue to focus on the fighting. Leave them into their secret plots. If they're willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they could ever have anticipated. If we all use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces, and they'll never again be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our time. The sooner we can do that, the better. That's right. The ideal scenario would be to to destroy them before they can reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order.
Right? He's smiling! I gotta take a
Wow.
screenshot. No!
Okay.
Oh
Candid
no!
response from Dane.
Sounds like Dane's one-man attack on the enemy front has put him in a good mood. What about you? Any news from your end?
Well, actually, we found her brother's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. He must have lost it.
So he is here in person. Unsurprising given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more. After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see. And then, this other time, we saw a lord of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably her brother.
Hold on. That girl called him the Savior.
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
Last time I heard that term before was before the cataclysm, and not just that, it referred to your brother then too. But who would still believe in the myth of the Savior when the cataclysm has already taken place? It makes no sense. The term's been around even before the cataclysm.
Wait, wasn't her brother called the Prince, though? Where did this Savior thing come from?
Well, when he was first granted the title of the Prince, the Mister King Minster
The Mr. King in the entire court of Barney said out loudly proclaiming that night the night that he would bring the nation.
they made it sound as if he was there. All the pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Canria would be brighter than anyone could imagine. The Savior was a celebrity title given to the prince by those who believed this rhetoric. Of course, you know how the story ended. In hindsight, the cool irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Minster's King lust for power.
Oh, sounds like the people of Conria really believed in him.
Is that why Aether was so determined to retrieve the homeland? Because he thinks he failed as the Ghanaian savior? But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect she is descended from pure blood Ghanaians afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote to cut off from the rest of the world. That would explain how her people retain their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more isolated.
Wait,
Still,
does Kaya have the
it
curse of
doesn't
immortality?
explain the invisible monster situation.
Not sure, but considering the timeline, he should
He should what?
have the curse of immortality. Like when he came to Diluc's house, he was still a kid. But I think his dad had the curse of immortality.
Okay, so if two pure blood Kandrians survived, can they have kids? And if they have kids, do they not have the curse of immortality on them?
I don't know. If she can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence, then I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
Oh, look, there's only one hotel. Oh, look, there's only
Only
one
one
bed.
more.
I will consider it, but we must discuss our next steps with the first. Our next
First thing
step
tomorrow morning.
tomorrow morning. We can't give the abyss any time to regroup. Eight. No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dane and Neon-san discussing strategy together? Huh? Looks like they're getting along
He
just
wasn't
fine.
that rude, Paimon.
Morning! What are you guys talking about?
You're here. I have some good news to share with you. We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan. After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located. The location? The Cinder City.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. And with any luck, maybe we'll find your brother there too.
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Malika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the archon.
I beg to differ. This is wasting time. You have intel. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
Very well then. I will go alone. I will go there alone. Thank you for your intel.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer and you'll have a whole army going with you.
Dane will be fine. He does not need those slow folks.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own.
The entire Abyss Order?
And even if things don't go to plan,
Actually, yeah, he could
just
take on
needs
the
to bide
entire
his
Abyss
time
Order.
until we arrive with reinforcements. Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the
But
very
not
best
April.
of luck.
Not. Thank you.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler. Oh, for a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
Yeah, no, he just wants to catch up. Why?
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2. Not so many as I
Really,
thought.
bro.
Alright.
The bond is strong.
made me waste an egg.
You egg.
If only I had that many eggs in real life. Life would be so much easier.
You are the egg in real life. Hope.
Ah,
When you get this.
I don't remember.
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout in that lab?
All these years, the Abyss has managed to either stay hidden or fiercely defend their position. This may be the first chance I've ever had to finally make a serious dent in their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I will be able to have your back at a moment's notice. But if you run into any abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them whenever I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side. Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives. And if you get to meet your brother again, even better. Let's go!
There was a moment where her thing became so nicely. Yeah,
Not exactly. He just says that. You knew that? I guess again, but Kazuha on the team. But we have a side profile now. My god, that's a lot of damage. I hope he does that much damage in the actual thing. Look at the amount of damage.
damn.
On a normal physical attack. Imagine if he did that. He should do that much damage.
I wonder if you had, like, artifacts that gave increased physical attacks with that effective to that.
It depends. Cheap tricks. I assume that's gonna be his light hit taken or heavy hit taken noise line.
Lol.
Coming! I know Dane's hot, but like,
It's time for his coming.
This is a very different battle from the one we fought with Eon-san. No one's backing down. They're fighting back with everything they have.
we won't get another chance.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
How am I just... Why did it start lagging so...